viewers, are you excited
They'll literally
for
just be,
this
it's gonna be like
matchup?
watching Heretics,
William
right?
and Paper
Apart
Thin.
from with a chamber.
Absolutely. As the death said, I think everyone on both sides of these teams, they were waiting for this moment, right? Zeta bringing back some fan favorites, some classic trademark picks. Neon, a lot of people forget about
Concern to me that Laz on Chambers is that a win condition. A little bit, but when I think Chambers, again, I still think Chambers super viable right now on majority of the maps. It doesn't worry me too much because the agent's not going to get nerfed.
About this
So
in
it's
particular. The
like
rest of it, I kind of have a
the chamber's
good
only
read
going
on,
to get
but,
buffed at the
I mean,
moment
they were talking about
with how much is getting picked.
So
you can lean into it heavy.
No doubt about it. But what I'm expecting to
it
see
doesn't really
is
worry
some
me
dizzy relay bolt
because
combos.
it's never going to get changed, so you can always rely on it. But I get what you're saying.
Some of
But
that
also, like,
raise utility that is
you could say that for, I guess, Optic, and they won Masters.
As
so.
a follow-up Molly, but Laz with the headhunter, Sugar Zero with the paranoia.
Yeah, this is a trap set up through and through. He doesn't quite get spotted either. He's going to back out of it, but little do they know there is step 2 and maybe even 3 to this to relay vote. And of course,
Holy hell, there's so many people. Good luck.
Will get 2 from long range. Sugar Zero gets
yeah,
caught
the
in the
util
corner
here was actually
Snake
so
bite
wild.
Delays themselves as they're trying to just
4
clear the
people
close corner,
over
but
towards
still,
site.
it's just
Oh
too
my!
many numbers,
This
and
guy
Achilles
annihilated
mentioned
people.
NDG
Did he just
firing
body
off
shot
right from
both
the
of these
get-go.
like early on?
It is huge for Secret as he once
I would have
again
to watch it.
stands with a
Maybe
triple
there was
kill so far.
maybe the
Hit
Viper molly
pistol,
landed
Eurorun,
before it.
Just gonna tuck right behind the pillar, trying to isolate these 1v1s.
Looking like Secret can get their first pistol.
But Jesse Vash had an inkling. Now it's going to be the swarm in from above. It's the double. Jeremy,
And
quick
nicely
with that
done.
one.
2-1 for
Secret
pistols
will be
altogether.
picking
Obviously
up the
1-0.
pistol for the first time this match.
Yeah, this is great stuff
2-1
here
here.
from Secret, anticipating the position of Laz. Even though the Prowler doesn't connect, it's the lack of information that Team Secret is really good at using to their advantage. You saw it with the Haunt at the end of that round as well, where Jesse, still aware of the fact that the Haunt landing on the pillar, there could be a player underneath there, has to play a little bit cagey, not give over that kill to Hirodon at the end. And that is so nicely done. I'm also a little bit curious about when that paranoia was supposed to come out. Do you know what I mean? Didn't it feel like that paranoia was a little late?
Something about it. It just felt a little out of sync for sure. But
Amido, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1. Amido, 1979. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support. Thanks for doing that.
They do all have. Yeah, that's right. We have all classics. You're right. Does he still have it in his hand? We're not going to keep our eye on there. The observers know that that's actually not the most interesting part of this round.
I disagree.
So we'll keep our eyes on to Team Secret. Now, while we have a bit of a lull here and we wait for the observers to please show depth, we will be seeing. Oh, we can kind of catch it.
You can see it. Look at the
can
color
see
of that.
Yeah,
that's that classic.
That's not a Zeta Division classic. A little bit of shout out to the new land map kill record holder on Aspas on the
I see.
Dep,
he's got the
really
Lev.
making it aware
He's
that
got the
he
Lev
knows what's going
classic.
on. Around the other side,
For the
NDG,
kills yesterday.
We'll go for the reload after peeking out for
That's
a
pretty
second.
cool.
And now Zeta just putting pressure in through the revolving door, but overall, I mean, look at the positions. The spike is planted. Oh, a nice quick one for NDG on the retreat as well. Seems he's well adjusted to the stage now.
There it is.
You don't mind trying to go for a little bit of damage with that headhunter. You'd prefer maybe not to lose depth. I think you'd preferably like to die to the spike, but frankly, it looks like Zeta Division's going to go for it. NDG
Guys, farming, bro.
Tremendous value.
One more and we go.
Watching the flanks for Team Secret.
There's the
Sugar
one
Zero,
more.
he's good for one, not going to be good
And they
for
can
another.
pick up the gun as
That
well,
is going
so
to
it
be
does not matter.
follow-up for Team Secret.
Double
Great
outlaw
choice here with
saved
those
into
outlaws.
the main
Really
rounds,
gave a ton of value.
and they have a
The way
killjoy.
that they were able to find those angles, utilize that range off of the C site. Really nice.
Yeah, curious to see how much that value snowballs forward though, right? Considering it was all classics on the side of Zeta Division, you've still got things like the Neon as well. Now, of course, you know, we were wondering how is Zeta Division going to combat Team Secret here as NDG looks comfy. Team Heretics, of course, one of the trademark neon
one of the
compositions
weirdest
in the
bonuses
recent
I've ever
days
seen,
over
man.
here
It
on
really
Lotus.
is.
Also use the Gecko, but the
Double
big difference there is they
outlaw.
don't use the chamber. They still use the
Double
Killjoy for
Spectre.
classic control of sites. So we'll see how much Zeta Division relies on chamber.
Jeremy is having none of it. As soon as he realizes they're going close, Satchel's out of there. They insta-react or do they like want to take map control back?
Take here on Rubble for Zeta Division.
Want to take
with the
map
Neon,
control
then they
back.
plant the Omen.
Yeah,
Got a Molly
this is
coming
exactly
in.
what I
This
was
is
kind
going
of
to go
expecting
behind
see.
him.
Dizzy into the snake bite, into the fast lane to take control of Rubble, to set up Sugar Zero on top, see if he can find any value, but gonna have to be backing off with this Prowler there. Isn't gonna connect onto him. Might be able to catch some Team Secret members off guard.
Yeah, it's going to be the paranoia that comes out, though. Mosh trying to hold them behind the toxic screen. Not sure if they quite heard Borkum. Shrouded stepping over onto Rubble. But Zeta, they won't take the risks. They have the buys right now.
Good amount of
mostly
util
got
used
full
out of them,
armor.
especially
They
the
wanna
Omen
make sure
Flash.
that they aren't giving too much of an economic advantage as we see Team Secret now holding patiently. They have the flank watched by the Killjoy util. They'll carefully clear one corner at a time.
And that smoke should give it away that this is a wrap towards Baby Door. And it needs to be heated on a swivel. He's got to be alert for this.
Yeah, he thinks it might be a pinch, but there's just too many coming in through Baby Door. He's going for the spray.
Lovely
Gets
from
two.
him. Didn't
Back
even
up
get
there
distracted
through
by the
smoke.
Fade
Uraran
Eye.
will just hold the trigger as he gets one more. Only 2 members left alive for Team Secret.
Yeah,
25
Envy's got to make a
seconds.
play in the
Envy
2v4
wants to
with
try
his
to play
spike,
for the
decides to
win. Wants
push.
to bid the numbers down. He'll find one right around the smoke.
Lovely
dissipating.
shot from Depp.
Depp trades back. Just an outlaw in the hands of NDG. He will
Okay,
get
nicely
by
handled
Laz
from
as they
Zeta.
stabilize
Good run
with
from
their
them.
first round.
Yeah,
2
this is
deaths though,
Just
so
enough of a
massive
reaction
swing
there
round.
from Hirodon in time. And when that smoke is placed ahead of the mid door,
Got 3
like,
people that
you're
can buy
kind of
next.
wondering, well,
That's
what the heck's going on? Like, why would they, if they're going to push A, usually you're going to smoke the back angle, not the front part of it. So, you know, Zeta there just barely recognized in time that it was going to be a pivot towards B from that position, and we're able to get a couple kills, and Team Secret just saying, well, this plant's going to be pretty dicey, so we might as well just see if we can find a few more picks, do a little more economic
good
damage
pickles. Thank you
before
for
we get
checking
down.
in,
But
mate.
it's going to be full rifles. Already, though, a lockdown for NDG with that hot start that he's had. Hirodon able to get his ult as well, so it could be a little counterplay between those two. And Team
Yeah, they've
Secret
at least
now
got a
gonna
good
slow up the
ult
pace,
to
just really
retake,
try
so
to
they could
do what they do so well, and that's
at least be a
identify
little bit
positions,
happier with the
identify
Killjoy ult.
weaknesses, see if they can get through the Zeta defenses.
No A
Zeta
control.
really
With
tough,
the no A
really
control,
tough
they
to crack,
stack heavy
especially
over
with the
towards
Laz
C to
chamber. He
potentially
has caused
do
so many teams grief with that agent.
mean,
Yeah, and I mean, he's just content.
it was
holding
at one
long
point
range. We
looking
see that
like
right now.
they
Just
wanted
early
to
took the
trap like
dizzy
this.
on Rubble, but they've saved most of their util here for the C side. And Team Secret, they're trying to figure out.
But now it's just contact into double swing.
What's the setup on the other side?
Contact,
They know that
double
generally
swing.
C side should be weaker without the Killjoy. As
Oh,
long as
and
they're
that
not getting
smoke
picked off
ruins
long range by that
everything.
chamber. One spotted, but
Depp's
a
a little bit
jumping
committed.
relay bolt.
That's a
and that's
lovely
the stun onto
stun.
Jesse
Just-
Bash. 2 members
just
double
got him.
peeking out
Spike
fast lane
goes
to cover
down.
their retreat. And
Insta
Zeta
pick
will
this
hold
one
on
up.
to the site. 40 seconds
Yeah,
left
and
on
do
the
they
clock.
still want to use
The
Killjoy
only
ult?
answer really left open for Team Secret looks to be this B site. As Sugar Zero takes a couple hits
30
through the
seconds,
box.
they gotta...
Got the trademark there to give you the info when they do.
Yeah,
play
and they might be able
towards
to
B.
pivot into B without
If they
the
decide to
okay,
go
there we
that
go.
way, lockdown going to be used to
Killjoy
ensure
ult goes in.
that they can
Obviously,
get
they're
through.
going
So
over towards
not
B.
much
We're going to have to
ambiguity
keep an
here.
eye on the
A
Omen.
smoke to try to delay this plan as much as possible. I like this so far from Zeta. They're buying a little bit of extra time to really
Fish
wear down
ult
this lockdown.
used to clear
And
out
the
ult
Thrash used
towards
to clear
A
the
because they
flank on
created a good
Rubble
amount of
first, but
pressure
right
towards
now,
A.
my eyes are on Borkum
Nice
on the
plant.
minimap
We got to
over
keep an eye
by
on the
C. Can he
Omen
get a kill?
on
As
C.
we see the
Omen
rotates
on
coming
C
in
is
from Zeta
everything.
Division. Borkum's going to get the
Massive
kill
duel.
onto Uram, but Sugar
Great
Zero,
trade.
they are quick for the rotate. Now Team Secret, do they choose to push out? B site never feels that safe. They'll keep Sugar Zero at bay. Now the remaining members, Wingman spots one, NDG here in Baby
Oh
Door.
man, he's got to shoot too much. That was very nice. Great molly,
over in
but...
from Heaven with Laz
Oh.
as well. The Thrash will
Oh,
be
he got
eliminated
tagged
through
by the
same
molly.
fight. Envy good for one. He's almost, he actually gets the second. And Laz not
Holy
able to
hell.
swing back around.
No
It's a
way, the
1v1, and
2v4,
Jeremy
the
will
molly
clutch it up
just
for
hit
Team
the
Secret.
Gecko, so the
Yeah,
fish
this
ult
is
stopped.
A lot of good things
Because that
for
would have
both
been a
teams,
trade
and
no
that's why it
matter
comes
what,
down
right?
to
They
a
would have
1v1.
probably been shooting the
I
fish
think
ult and the extra person
Zeta
would have swung
handling this
behind
the
it.
best they can.
That was
A good
huge.
early setup to make sure that they get that pick.
Yeah,
But then
Envy
the
did so
lurk
good.
from Borkum causes
This
a bunch of
molly
chaos
is
and
the
confusion,
round.
Sugar Zero
And he
took a
got
ton
the
of damage
second
along
kill.
the way. He'd actually gotten spammed through the wall a little bit.
Impressive by
even
these two.
beforehand. Yeah, he's able to get the kill. Jeremy's going to have a showstopper as well, as we can see there on his screen.
Yeah,
but
and it means a
that
lot because
1v1,
it's a
usually
big round that
Laz,
forced them
very
down to
dependable
eco.
in those situations, but this go around just couldn't quite steady the aim. in
Can
a
Envy be a
situation
good
where
duelist?
he's
Bro, I
usually
think he can
so
play
good,
anything.
especially on, you know, his
I think
comfort
he's so
pickup chamber,
talented
but
already,
so far,
dude.
it has felt a little off for Laz.
Whoa.
It's a little bit
2
little
HP.
bit kind of off kilter today. His shots hasn't
Yeah,
been
they saw a good amount of
as
people. Looks like
crisp
they're going to
as
insta.
kind of used to seeing.
Yeah, this is a tough
Insta
part when
push
you're
over towards
so
C.
well known for an Asian and the way you play it, right? I mean, the standard
rotate's
just set
pretty
so
good at
high
the
because
moment.
it's a prime win condition.
They are all behind
But
the
now
smoke
Team Secret
though,
identifying,
so
especially on an
might
eco,
just
if
be
the
the
chamber's not there, the
Gecko
site should
flash
be weak.
into
It's an
flood.
easy free
Whoa.
entry onto C side. A little too many members for Jeremy. And Depp, he wants to help recover this rifle. He wants to make sure that they don't allow the plant to come through. Uran will be able to pick it
Whoa.
up. He goes for two against a weak
Yeah,
Envy,
nicely
and
done, and
that
guns
is the
to pick up.
wraparound
This was
from
great.
Laz. A quick
Got a lot of
thrifty
pressure over
Zeta
towards
division.
here.
Well, there you go.
The
Great
C is
reaction
on
from
lock in
Zeta
terms
on
of
this
delay.
round.
Got
You know, Team
smoke
Secret
into
feeling
molly.
like they could
Delays
maybe
long
just
enough. Instant
pull the
decision
other
to
side
rotate
through with
over
their
towards
better
C, knowing
weaponry
that
and
with the jump
certainly
spot
they can get there,
that
get
they would have called to just instant react C. The great rounds. Really good for that econ as well, to pick up loads of guns.
Relay bolt gained some space for his team. then everybody doing their job. That rifle from Euron, worth its weight in gold for sure to get that double kill. And that could be one of those momentum shifters. They've got the fast lane, or excuse me, the overdrive for Depp. Showstopper still available though for Jeremy as they go on to an eco. Let's see if they're going to try to invest it. Nope, Laz with an op.
Yeah, trying to peek out off of that Prowler, even suspecting that it's going to be the
forces them down to eco as well.
So that box.
So nice.
Is that operator?
Save their wall for this as well, so they wanted to force into C anyway.
Or the captain of Zeta Division.
With the wall committed, ZETA might just heavier stack this, especially with this trip here.
From Team Secret, only one stinger in the hands of NDG.
Let's see if it is going to be the overdrive popped here by Depp. A lot of smokes coming in. Depp's going to scooch on close.
Creeps in against that smoke. Make sure they can't kind of caterpillar their way in, even through the poison cloud. And now the snake bite to counteract that timing, and then of course the extra smoke over on the other side from Sugar Zero. So a good hold from Zeta Division so far. It's still 3 members. Euron's just gonna hold that angle as his teammates help clear the haunt.
This was a little bit desperate from Team Secret.
Against Laz, but not too much. And Depp just gets a bit of an inkling right around that corner.
As soon as this wall's committed, they like
Jesse Vash, the only one
their brains are committed to just only go and see.
It's a great dizzy from across the wall by Waterfall.
I've seen some really good combo plays with Hirodon and Depp between that Gecko and the Neon. He's doing a really good job setting up.
I feel like Euron's doing great at the moment as well. Dragging heavy, but also just like the util delay has been good.
That little bit of extra comfort. Laz with an operator.
He won them the eco really.
Nothing you want to face as an opponent. He is generally pretty clean with it. Has a tour de force in the back pocket as well if things go south for them at any point. But
Mini?
There's that
Why isn't a Fnatic coach? He's assistant coach mostly because,
I mean,
for both sides. By the sounds of it, the main thing is, and you can kind of ask him, I think he has a Discord where he's like very open. But it's mostly just the living in
they just want to go
Berlin
for the fast
thing.
Plant. They
I think he
realize
wanted
it's
to
going
be
to be a
home.
full A hit. They've got other ults for the retake as well, but
And it's a lot of,
crucial win condition to hold on to the back of sight from Laz. He gets eliminated. Team Secret
But I
now
think
have
being
an
an
opening to
assistant
try and
coach is
push
just
through
as much,
Zeta.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pressed a bit more for time than they originally calculated. Now all 4 members coming in from the attacking side. NDG will be the first.
Okay, that was the low HP though. Viper ult goes in, Jeremy has his ult. Jesse Vash, if he gets a kill, that's ult as well. Wingman used to try and stun.
Jumps all the way in and opens up so much space for the
they
team,
pop
but the
ult.
Viper still alive. They haven't quite cleared it. Showstopper online for Jeremy. He sends it. He'll find one.
Not another 1v2.
Jeremy down to another
Damn, 1
1v1.
HP
And
as
it's
well,
a
just
triple
from the
kill for the
ult.
duelist of Team Secret as they lead.
I see that man, Jeremy is having some impact. 1v2, 1v2.
Secret to just try to flood
They
that
dumped
Viper's pit,
all of the
but
ults into
That
this.
Showstopper gets a ton of value there, able to clear a player, actually gets tagged up by that op shot. You can see him at 15 health when Depp sprayed him down through the corner, but I mean, it's, you know, even though Laz gets the hit, it's a little bit delayed from him, still doesn't look fully comfortable yet. And Team Secret, because of that, able to get through onto the site, get their plant down, and get the win. I mean, Jeremy showing
Money
some
diff at the
heroics
moment, though.
back on this raise, so comfortable.
And they
on
go
this
for an
stage. You can
aggro
see why.
play.
Another fast
Whoa,
push, shut down by
was
NDG.
fast.
Yeah, NDG has been
And that's always going to get traded with the Omen
Secret.
flash. Do
So
they
sturdy,
instant react
so
over towards C?
reliable for the Filipino squad.
Doesn't look like it.
As he will get traded eventually in B main, but gains a lot of information, buys a lot of time. That's the Nightfall invested on to open up the site. But Zeta, they've refilled it. It's a flood right back in. 3 members on the site, creating a crossfire right around that smoke. And Hirodon finds one. Can he find the second on top of the box? No, Borkum. Good for the spray through the smoke.
They know Omen's
now,
close.
all members of Team Secret.
Sugar Zero can really make a play here.
Well, it's just a long-range hold by Laz. Tour de force online. Sugar Zero needs that kill. He gets one. Laz somehow gets it right through
Laz
the wall.
killed the
And
guy
from
through the wall,
shadows, used the
planting.
reset in this 1v2.
Hey, what even
for
happened
Borkum,
there?
The clutch master for
Hold
Team
another
Secret.
1v2.
Follow up by Sugar Zero on the other side.
Oh,
Borkum,
so smart.
yeah, he has so many angles to check now. The door opened
Sugar
already
Zero
to
did
draw
great
arrow. This
here, creates
allows
a lot
Laz
of
to set
pressure.
up.
And
It's
this
just
is a
bait to
crossfire,
draw
and
him right
Laz-
on to the stairs, but he's being tucked right in around the corner. Senses that it could be this extra level play, and Borkum reads it. He finds one. He knows the other was by the switch. And now the smoke to cut off Sugar Zero. Sugar Zero's been red. He's been spotted, but he makes his way through. Both not at full health. The wraparound
Damn,
from
he owned
Borkum.
it.
Sugar Zero's trying to hold the
Dude,
half.
3
And it's
1v2s.
Borkum time once again here at VCT Pacific.
3 of them.
A lot of individual outplays for Team Secret. coming up huge.
That
It came
is-
down to timing, but Borkum
That is so
aware,
devastating
so
for
smart,
ZETA
veteran
because
player,
this scoreline
that
could
veteran
be
presence
so
coming through for Team
good for
Secret
them.
towards the end of this round. Really understanding that situation. There's that Dizzy Neon combo trying to be set up, but NDG playing a nice anti-flash position, able to at least get the first. And then Sugar Zero thinking that maybe...
Good time. Didn't have a smoke for the
It's been a
spike.
while since we've heard it.
I like it. Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, let them know, man. Let them know.
Yeah, the clock was broken for a little while, but it's back. And right on time for Secret, leading towards an ever-important win. Already down 0-2 on the
1v2s
scoreboard.
and
I
then
mean,
just says
suffering
Borkum
from that
time.
Alpha
That's so
Group
sick.
curse where
Furious
no one but
Meow,
Gen G
thank you
was
so
able to
much,
take
man.
home a
Thank
match
you.
victory just yet. And of course,
21
the ruling
months.
seats, you need minimum 2 wins to even contend
9
for a
plus 10
playoff
months.
spot,
Hold up.
regardless of the
Definitely the
standings
Masters
in your
muffin,
own
right?
group.
Yeah, and that's why the
Thank
Nets
you
was
so
talking
much,
about it earlier
Furious.
today, that today is a must-win. You know, Quack was on point, man. This feels like so much pressure on Team Secret, but this is when they tend to really level up their gameplay, when things are kind of on the line. You know, certainly
It's the
there
meme.
is that
bro,
revenge
it's
factor
lost to
where
me.
they want to come back
I apologize.
and get the win over ZETA, who is the team that knocked them out of going to champions last year. No doubt about it, that's in your mind. And as ZETA, you know, trying to build some momentum.
What is this?
Rookies, more and more experience, trying to see if you can get them to go over to an international event with you.
Yeah, that's my bad,
Really
chat.
learn from some of the
Satchel
best
down.
in the world. Already satchel down for Jeremy, taking easy rubble control.
Yeah, and a good recognition that this fight
Chamber
from
over
ZETA, it's
towards
not
B
lethal
takes a
against
lot of
Rebel,
info
right? It's
just
about
holding
taking
this,
over
but
that
as we
space
can
with
see
the
from
Neon,
Team
so you're
Secret's
kinda
position,
safe
they just want to
to
force
dive
over
all the way
towards
in
A.
deep
2 people
into the
back
corner.
as side.
No
Sugar Zero
fear
has
of the
Omen
peak
Flash.
shows. It's a fast hit onto tree as well. ZETA, the backup is here, but the Prowlers
Omen
have
Flash
spotted
is
them.
incredible. Hits
It's going to be
4.
the paranoid to hold them at bay. The fast lane just about stops the push. Now 3
Now
members
what? 3
on
people
site,
back as
on
side?
top of Heaven as well. Team Secret, they've got a lot
No
of
vision
angles to
block
clear.
for
They
here?
spot Sugar Zero up top. And Sugar Zero
Guys, you
going to
gotta
go for
vision
the
block
double.
Heaven.
Trade right back, but you're not able to quite
They're
land a
lucky
kill
for 2
onto
people
the
to be
second
alive
one.
here.
He will
No vision
get
block Heaven.
eliminated. Now down to a
That was
2v2
nuts.
after a quick skirmish, but a deep push in from Jeremy.
Was
with
it
only
because the
39
delay was so
HP. He's
good?
going for
Probably.
the flank
Jeremy,
all the way
low
around. Last
HP.
gets one.
Not
Are
another
they wary of
1v2,
this? It
man.
seems they are just busy trying
Not
to clear.
another
They're gonna have to clear
1v2.
tree. They're
Not
gonna
like
have to clear
this.
drop as well. As the spike is planted so deep, they're so afraid of it. They have no idea about this wraparound. Jeremy,
Holy hell.
right on the timing. They
Just-
check drop
just
and say
on
he's
top,
not
okay.
there. An
They
instant
managed to
double
win a
swing back.
1v2. That's all good.
That's unbelievable awareness there from
Yeah,
ZETA.
and I think, I mean,
Just
ZETA did
fantastic
great here, like the flash
game
over
sense
towards
being
this to
shown
hit
by both
everyone, stop
teams.
the
We saw it
initial
from
hit,
Borkum in
and
the
then I
previous
imagine
round.
there was
Now
a
we're
smoke
seeing it
heaven, I
from
wasn't
ZETA
fully
as
looking
well.
out for it, and then the
An
smoke
interesting
went, and then
fight
they just
there
killed
that
too many
Team
people on
Secret
site.
wins with their heavy numbers advantage.
So the Omen Flash kind
but
of
the fact
snowballed
that
into all of that
ZETA's able
happening.
to evenly trade there, set it into a 2v2, really benefits them. Good hold there from Hirodon on that angle to
I
set up
thought it was
Laz
gonna be
for the
another.
op shot as well.
I
but
really did.
really, that one just comes down to positioning and gunplay, and it is this time going to be ZETA that's able to find the win and put the economy of Team Secret onto the back foot. They are now on Stingers, Sheriffs, and a shorty as well for Jesse Vash. So the B hit going to be the desired
hit
option.
with the wall
Just
committed.
Hirodon right now, trying to buy a little
Yeah,
bit
as
of
soon as
time.
they see the
Okay,
wall,
got
just
spotted,
Molly
but
goes
P-Shells
out.
was
Oh
out, and
man,
Euron's
he
gonna
is
get an
winning
easy
rounds,
double
bro. He's
spray.
doing great.
Right as the toxic screens come right back up. Masking his escape.
Everywhere they
Backup
go,
has
they
arrived
have
as
to
well.
deal with
You
him.
mentioned it. I mean, with the short-range weapons, B-site was your best bet, but at now you have so much space to re-clear. Secret surely just hoping to cut noise, try to get some contact close by, maybe pick up a weapon upgrade.
And it feels so good when it's just one player that could shut down a push like that. If you're ZETA, like definitely building a little bit of confidence for them coming into this. Hirodon not going to be seeing this as the door will, of course, reveal the presence of Team Secret, making their presence known towards the A site. Just going to see them pass through and see if they can get a plant down successfully.
it's fine
Looks
to
like
give him this
ZETA
one.
is going to allow that to
Yeah.
come through. Not really keen to try to go for the retake, try to prevent this.
Now, there is that lockdown as well, right?
That's
so
true.
Does it come online? Is
not
the
a
big
chance
question.
lockdown
Thrash
gets used.
already used to try to clear out Rebel from long range, so now a good recognition that it should be mostly
Oh
all
boy,
in the
lockdown's
site.
gonna get
But
used.
you've got drop and you've got heaven control. It's gonna be the lockdown on a timer. ZETA, they have to start pushing for this. A paranoia master approach, but the alarm bot will spot it. It's going to be a quick spray from Depp, but a nice trade from Envy up top. They just have to stay alive for this lockdown to go through. NDG, he needs to protect it with his life, and while 3 members will be detained, ZETA Division
Yeah,
will clear
I
the
mean,
site.
Yeah, Laz swoops in. Everybody else did all the dirty work, and Laz comes in
and gets
pretty bold, credit.
Man. It was really bold.
Sent it over to Sugar Zero there, because Laz has an
situation-wise, it was really bold. I get it though. Had this bit of map control. Had this bit of map control to cover the.
Good job, guys. That was all according to my plan. Like, yeah, thanks.
It was pretty funny to watch getting that half done though, and just a snap decision, right? Quite frankly, sure, you could sometimes wait for that. You still have the numbers advantage, you have the weapons advantage, but not wanting to risk it to the last wire, they just decide to push in and pressure the weak weaponry of Team Secret. Now tied 5-5 as we see another rifle buy come back for Team Secret.
And I don't mind the gamble with the lockdown at all from Team Secret due to the fact that there's only a couple rounds left in this half. You're extremely unlikely to get that lockdown online again anyway. Might as well go for it. Just see if you can really sneak a debilitating round away. But again, NDG getting the better of Laz.
Yeah, just committed from the other side, and this is a fast one.
Sure, you saw the flick over. He's always ready for it. But a bit of a misread on the positioning
Jeremy
from
with
Team Secret, and now the default of Team Secret able to reset. Pit already committed to hold on to the backside of CS. He saw a lot of util coming their way. But with this reset, you already took out the operator. You heard the Pit over, potentially by that C side.
Gets taken down.
Well, you thought A was free.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to get the shift over from ZETA, but you can see that Team Secret not getting any contact. They're going to try to sell a bit of a B fake potentially.
I like
that. So this is the same smoke they used when they cut through to the baby door towards the B site earlier in this half.
Going to be all up to depth, and he has one stun.
He is going to have to go.
But he's pretty committed, but it's still a good. I mean, you can be committed with
a really favorable
Neon because you can stun.
Even retake.
And you can take some more jewels, and you can also wall up. So let's see what he goes for. Kill stun.
For one, but it's the showstopper. He gets it. Then there's the
stun,
poison cloud.
smoke
There's
goes
the
up.
relay bolt. The shroud comes in, but he's good for 2 at the minimum. That's what we talked about. He evens it back down to a 3v3. Only 15 seconds. One member has to stick the plant. Snake bites coming through. It's not really ticking down on anybody just yet. They plant it further out. Paranoia to create some space. Duran now onto the site. They're all coming in from defender spawn, trying to get the spray through the wall. He doesn't get the kill just yet. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but NDG good for a third kill.
Can they win their own 1v2? Yes, they can. The lineup. Okay, at least they managed to get one.
And ZETA
lovely
will finally
lineup.
Take the lead away.
Oh, this map is delivering.
Yeah, they were so sure he was coming around here. They wanted to try to draw together.
Everything going the fans' way on this one. A very close so far.
It's a
Lotus
game of
6-5 now in favor of ZETA. I mean, very few players in the world
man, Depp did
can do what he does in these situations. I mean, getting that showstopper just out of the hand, able to flick over off of that blast pack. Insane stuff from Depp. Oh Jesus, that's so nice. That just feels good when you land those. But 3 in a row for ZETA. Can they make it 4 to close out the half? They do have the overdrive, not the most impactful ult, but sometimes if players get a really good feel for it.
Oh, it's a push out again. Secret. I don't know if this is intentional, if they've read this or not. It happened last time, but now they're trapped across.
There is going to be the paranoia. It hits onto everyone. Nade is good as well to stop him back. What a util dump.
Their reset. Still a rifle in the hands of Depp as well, so he's happy to continue fighting until the fuel runs out for that overdrive. That energy now ticking down all the way from 10. Yeah. But it slows down Secret's approach.
He has a backup gun, so it's all good.
Not lost any members on that push. They were waiting for a pinch from B as well, so preparedness on the side of TS.
Yeah, and all of Jesse Vash's armor gone. That's the slight win that ZETA is going to find out of that. Not the most, again, sometimes not the most impactful ult in the world. Some players very, very good with it. Like you said, Heretics, you know, they can do some serious damage with that. Sugar Zero, speaking of serious damage, just took a whole bunch. Gonna have to back way off once again. Depp trying to slide over to help.
Yeah, and he's here past the smoke, ready for another sliver of an angle.
Man, how is he always getting 2 here?
Resets onto Borkum's head. Now the site given over to Team Secret.
So reliable.
4v3 for ZETA Division. Laz, of course, with an
Adox, they're going to take some map control.
With the Nightfall. They get the tag only onto 1, but there's 3 members.
Full spacing, doesn't matter. It's a shot.
The double swing back out. Sugar Zero will pick that one up. And now Jesse Vash, the IGL, all alone against 4 members of ZETA Division. He cannot land the first
half
kill.
from them. 7, really good.
Will lead at the half, 7-5.
Can be a little bit harder on attack with the...
I mean,
with the chamber, but
again, don't mind what Team Secret wants to do here.
Should
it's
be
just
right.
ZETA so quick to react now. They're finally, it feels like getting their feet underneath them, getting the speed of the game underneath them, getting their shots to connect a little bit more consistently. I mean, it helps when Depp is putting up crazy good double kills to slow down these
7 after a pistol as well. Yeah, that's very true. It's pretty much looking like the first map in reverse.
In the numbers in those situations, certainly a big part of it, but really a lot of those moments came down to just who was in the right position at the right time, who could outthink who in some of those crucial 1v2s, 1v1 situations like that. And both of these teams full of veteran, smart players, tremendous players who have had experience at the international levels as well. We're able to kind of duel each other
ZETA
so
believer?
well. That was a treat, that first half.
It took a hit
it was
after
just
watching
great to see
kickoff.
both teams rejuvenate, kind of answering back and forth, right? And that's
Still-
all you ever really want
still
from
got
a
something
good
to,
match
like,
of
prove
Valor.
in my
Of course,
books.
for the fans out there, you might be cheering for one side or the other, but you want to see teams
This would be a good step,
challenging each
getting me to
other,
believe again.
and curious to see if Team Secret will be able to answer back. As I mean, the pickups of Neon for Dep and Chamber for Laz, that alone seems to give them so much more of relaxation.
Oh, Sentinel's Lev really fun.
Division, right? Where
Like,
you have
really,
the Neon
really
for the fast
fun.
rotates, you've got the
You
Chamber
can,
to
Cinnamon,
anchor
try
down
watch
for a bit
Lotus.
longer. You have trust in them, even though the numbers aren't looking so great. And so they've been comfortable trying to get the read ahead of Team Secret, but now they have to take the initiative. And there's going to be a little more pressure on Laz to open up space on the other side of the map when his team is working one of the sites.
And generally what Laz has been really, really good at is being able to be left alone. Now, you see this a lot, and people might kind of meme on it on Icebox, that it's like, oh, it's a 1-4 split, it's always Laz by himself. But it actually works on Lotus. Like, having Laz on his own, because he's traditionally so impactful with his Chamber, with his Headhunter.
Yeah, he's
able
not
to
having a
lock
great
down some
one.
space.
You're not wrong.
Just talking about this, who's going to take Rebel
Normally
control
when we
on
call
this
people
attacker
out
side,
and we mention it, they get a kill. So let's see.
Laz, get the shot, TP out. If he doesn't find it, that's fine. He's at least bought some attention, bought some time. Dep, like you mentioned, so comfortable on this Neon. He's so quick to react off of contact with his own shots, with his own relay bolts. Things like that is what makes him such a fearsome foe. When
Trip
he
over
busts
towards
out
A,
this
and they kind of heard
rare
this, I
agent that,
think.
other than Miniboo, not
They
many
take
other
the
people play in the
angle.
world.
Yeah, it's been fairly quiet. We've seen some attempts, and I feel like we'll see another resurgence, of course, with a couple of these teams picking up after Miniboo on Team Heretics. But for now, Dep back in another comfort role. And the trademark having to be placed in A lobby on the A side, so Zeta Division wanting
I
to
like
put a
this.
little
Smoke
bit of
to
extra
block
pressure
vision.
on C, see if they
They
get a
go
reaction.
looking, there's still a
Laz
good
not
amount of
able to land the
info
shot
though.
again.
What is the call here?
And Zeta Division, now they've been kind of red,
what
so
actually
they're
is the
going to
call?
double back, and they're going to hedge their bets on the fact
Back
that
over
Team
towards
Secret's actually
A
going
once
to
they
react
saw him
on
far
this, right?
back
The
down. This is
rendezvous
nice
out,
calling.
thinking that Zeta will have to go for a
Just as
fast
Team
hit
Secret
onto
decide
C.
to
You
gamble
see the
over
pings from
towards
Team
C.
Secret onto the C
Why
side,
are they
but
gambling
Zeta,
so heavy
they
towards
read
C?
right through
There's
this.
smoke on
They say,
attack.
"You think
Vision
you
block
pushed
has
us all
been
the way
here.
to the other side. We will
They don't know
double
if
back with
someone's
30
walked
seconds
in
left."
towards
Now,
C.
this
It's a
is
huge
phenomenal
question marks over
awareness
towards C.
here
That's
from
why
the
two
side of
people are
Zeta.
clearing it.
Felt
That's why
the
they're going to be
trap
late
onto
towards
C.
A.
There was going to be the ping off of the turret into the snake bite, and it never came through because
Central combo for these two in heaven.
Kind of snip that out and then back right off. Here comes the fragment.
Yeah, goes
Excuse
in,
me,
doesn't hit
fake shells
anyone.
in from Jeremy. Jesse pushing in.
Spike has been planted, though. And now with that
And the
smoke,
spot
Jesse
from
Bash's
Dep is
position
normally
not
good.
looking so great. It has to be a quick flood in
Ooh,
from
we're
heaven.
pinging close. Oh,
Meanwhile,
okay, turret
you do have
close.
Borkum ready by Baby
Turret
Lord
close,
to
doesn't
start
see
to pressure
Dep.
in to try to pinch in. The Haunt gets
No one looking
eliminated
for Dep.
instantly. It's
Jumping on his
peaceful all
head.
around, and Dep swings right under heaven. You hear about the pinch coming in over from Baby Door.
Really
and Zeta
strong
is
pistols.
ready
It's
for
cool
it.
to watch.
4
1-1 in
members
terms of
left
pistols,
alive, and the
3-1
pistol goes
altogether.
back to Zeta Division.
Yeah, so 3 out of 4 of the pistols actually going Zeta's way so far here today, even though couldn't really find much extra on the back of it onto Icebox. Here, once again, reading the map really well. This all just came down to that mid-round call from Laz to say, okay, I lost this battle, but they're pulling away. Let's shift over to A. It's probably going to be relatively open, and it was completely open.
What do you think Liquid need to work on? How would they work on it? Honestly,
that retake for the
I'm
side
not
of Team
sure it's
Secret.
as simple
The
as
Haunt
this,
not really
but
finding much
all
value,
of their
so
games have been lost
trying
from
to find that
defense
wall
side
bang.
of
Usually
split.
this is an Odin, but you know what? The Guardian's got high pen. Why
So
not go for it?
they've at least got a heavy focus on
Make
that.
do with what you got, and it is a heavy investment. Speaking of the Guardian, on the side of Zeta Division, double Bulldogs, but a Phantom and a Guardian to boot. So really looking to make this round in their favor. Now,
I'm not sure
Laz,
it's that
no
simple,
other
though,
weapons,
but
just a ghost upgrade in
that's
his
at least
hand
the
kept
first
over.
step.
So he will be the one holding the flank, even if he drops a weapon. It's not the end of the world. Gets one shot through the wall. But Laz, we haven't seen the crispness, you know, the quick 2 taps for the double kills, things like that.
Tried to smoke
again,
off the
it's
trip,
same
tried to
read.
push
They
through,
push
tried to
out,
break the
that
trip,
means they
didn't
have
work.
to be ready
They
just
end
for
up picking up
contact
the
play.
trip,
If
so
we
he
can
has
push
that
through
again
and
if they
fight,
go
we claim this
aggro.
is the side that's going to be
Re-clear
weaker.
over
The other
towards
side
A,
might be ready
Team
for a
Secret,
trap.
full
Zeta
classics.
reclaims instant control of Rubble.
Yeah, this is really smart stuff from
Liquid
Zeta.
all need to go
And again,
board.
even though Laz
Honestly,
hasn't
I
been
think that's the one.
crisp just yet. He's He's still
I'll
able
tell
to make
Bacon.
some good IGL calls. Try to send this wingman through. Depp on in. Plant, is it going to come down? Yep, it's going to be allowed.
Yeah, it's going to be a double stack here, though. Jeremy trying to push out for the rifle upgrade, but he gets picked off instantly. Laz not allowing for that.
Still pretty good positions at the moment.
Sight given over.
The only saving grace is the Omen. Omen smoke over towards Spike. Double vision block.
They're not quite aware of this, and he's behind that wall.
Guys.
They have to be able to spam through it. They have no idea. They
Holy hell,
get him as they
just
go for the approach. That was a
killed
close
him.
call for
Beyond
ZETA.
close. It was like...
I thought he had it.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
done.
getting scared.
It was
I know,
an
dude.
absolute
I
sliver.
didn't see much space left at the end of that bar. I would love to see like a replay, just like showing us how much was actually left on there when they got the kill. It was
nuts,
not much.
man. That bar
just
was...
barely they're able to get their heads on. There we go. There's a good head under shot. That's what we need to see. Maybe now that'll get Laz fired up, getting the triple. Couple picked up with that Bulldog as well, but too close for comfort. If I'm being honest, that's a round that almost,
Hey,
almost.
that replay was for a different round.
Way, but
They outed themselves. The replay was for a different round. You saw the screen at the back.
Hit and bypassing all of this Killjoy utility is Depp.
Oh my, he goes deep in and he finds Jesse Vash right as the Prowler's coming out. Blast through both the pet and the owner. Team Secret.
Yeah, it's for the Killjoy round where they were all locked, where they all got hit by the ult.
Hold a little bit easier as Sugar Zero holds right below the
Damn.
steps, and Depp will continue on.
Well, that was meant to be the first buy round, and they go over towards B fast, and they just wrecked everyone in the jaws. Yeah, Depp looks very comfortable at the moment.
And all this came down to, in a way, was a couple smokes. It came down to the toxic screen in the fast lane to completely fool.
I mean, look at these two. They're fragging out heavy, man.
So the Nano Swarm at the front of B never gets popped either. That allows
So
Depp
convincing
to go
map into convincing map,
undetected.
looking like
Jesse
it.
Vash is throwing a Prowler by the time that Depp is right in his face, just breaking things
Jesse,
open.
come on, Jesse, man. We need a kill.
Yeah.
Gotta fill that
Come
out,
on, my
man.
guy.
Jesse Vash, he's gonna rethink that position. Jeremy trying to make his escape.
I want to see
Finally
anyone
break through
end
that
it
door.
like this.
It's another fast hit onto Rubble. This time, I mean, look at this pace change as well. ZETA oftentimes giving that Rubble control over and just Laz holding it.
Happens, yeah, it does happen.
And with these 4-round beginnings, Team Secret will have a lot to consider in the coming rounds. It's going to be a hit onto Borkum, but they are aware that there might be backup. So there's the paranoia. It's a quick clear of the site by Sugar Zero. Laz holding close. Jeremy actually finds him with
The
the
gun
classic.
to pick up.
Depp is still by Rubble, trying to make sure that there isn't a weapon
Uh-oh,
upgrade,
that's
but
a gun
Jeremy
to
gets
pick up.
another with a classic. That is 2 rifles going over to Team Secret, now in a 4v3.
Oh
This
man,
is very
it's
doable.
going
Sugar
bad
Zero
for
gets
this
the
guy,
trade.
bro.
Rifles are
It's
still
going
coming
real
in
bad,
pretty big.
man.
All the way up
Poor
by
guy.
6 to triple stack.
Wait,
Trying to use the
recovery.
toxic screen, you're at. Just pinching right against where that Nano Swarm was thrown. Sugar Zero hosts a crossfire. It's a good double swing. Just a Guardian in the hand there,
Still
but it's
good,
still
right?
2 members. Huron
Not
waiting
another
in drop.
1v2.
Jeremy
Dude,
might
it's
have
mental
a
to
sniff
think
of
that
this
like
as he
3 of their
realizes there's no
rounds
peek
out of the
from
5 were
Murad.
from
And he tries to get the spray, but he
1v2s.
thinks it might be Tree. He's going for it. He doesn't have time for the tap. He has to stick it at this point. No time. Sure, he
No
gets
time
the
on
read,
this one, but still
that is going
impressive.
to be the round.
Lindsay,
going over
thank
to
you
ZETA
so much,
division.
man. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate it.
The only thing
10 gifted right
concerns
now.
me, well, there were a
Get
couple
some
things
oily
that
slugs
concerned me
going
in
in
that
for the
round
10
on
gifted.
ZETA,
Thank you
if I'm being
for
brutally
doing that.
honest.
You mean losing to a classic
Appreciate
2
you.
times
Yeah, that's not the best. I mean,
Moved over
look,
to the
credit for
gifted because
credit
I
due.
always
Jeremy's
miss
having a
the
great map
bits.
despite the scoreboard.
That what's
Yes.
going on
Jeremy
here.
has been playing
Thank
as
you so much,
best
though. I
as
do
he
appreciate
possibly
you.
can. Just finding great timings and great positioning around this toxic screen to pick up these 2 kills. I don't like that swing out from Huron. There's no reason to, when you've got that player at drop as well, to not just wait that out for
him,
someone to come
maybe.
around that
Yeah,
corner
maybe should've.
and try to either double swing them. If they come from the other side and they get you, so be it. You've got that player held at drop.
Guys, would have to be a
pick. I understand with the timing.
one of the
that
best,
kinda
one of
didn't
the
matter
better
at that point.
timeouts
You might
we've
as well
seen.
Go for it. Go for the push out.
For sure.
Still, you know,
Again, if you also got
probably
thank
could've
you.
gotten through that a
That's
little
right.
bit
If you
cleaner
also
there
got
as ZETA,
a
but
gift,
now you do
it
have to
makes
dig
you
into
say
a
thank
timeout
you.
here for Team Secret
Jump to the
because
thank you
this has
bit.
been a very ZETA-centric half. As they
Oh,
are,
absolutely.
yeah, racking
Because
up
of the number? Okay.
tons of rounds here as they are starting to steamroll through this map. And as good as Icebox
God, what kind of
was
slug are we spamming
for
to get
the
this
side
guy a
of Team
kill?
Secret, it has been all
Someone pick
ZETA,
a slug
feels
for Jesse Vash,
ever
man.
since
Wait, boomer
the
slug,
attacker
surely.
side began.
Yeah, and of course, this
Chat,
is going to
let's
be
go boomer slug for this
the
guy. I
first
guarantee it
half, 8
works.
rounds in a row.
First kill.
Team Secret We'll see what they
Get
have
some
prepared.
Boomer
You know,
Slug
thinking back
spam
to the
going.
map
This
draft,
is a
I
kill
was
this
thinking
round.
the
Got a
Lotus
gun.
pick over the Sunset
Where
seems
is he
like
sitting?
a smart choice from ZETA, considering we all know, the whole world knows
Let's help
how
this guy out.
heavy Team Secret can be. So
Op
bringing out
and
a map you
Odin.
haven't shown yet here in stage 1. The Sunset,
Yeah,
it was
Dubras
only
sitting
once,
over
but you showed
towards
the
B.
new comp. You don't want to risk that in map 2, potentially getting closed out early. You want to make
Positive
sure that
energy,
you bring it back
chat.
here, and then face off
See
the
it.
square in
Let's
map
see it.
3. And ZETA's
We
don't
don't want
only
to see
1
anyone
point
end a
away
map like
from
this.
map point,
Don't want to go on that
leading all
list.
the way to the decider of Sunset.
But this is, again, when ZETA is at their best, when they're cooking, when they're coming up with some unique comps. I mean, yes, of course, there are teams that run the same comp, but it isn't very common, and they kind of pioneered a lot of this early.
Oh.
A lot of damage being taken on the way through.
Oh, slide
Damn,
out
how's he
off
getting
the
this kill?
paranoia. It doesn't
Forces
matter
in.
if he has
Envy
been
has to
debuffed.
kill at least
He will
another.
go for the kill,
Oh,
draw
he's
that
I mean,
crosshair.
that was
Nice trade from
incredible.
Sugar Zero, shutting down Envy before he hits up too
Wingman
much.
with the plan as well.
Now
Looks like
it's
a pretty good plan for
3v3.
Mounds.
Jeremy had that operator. He's prepared for it. He reads from the shadows, and that actually gets taken out a little bit too early.
3v2.
ZETA Division not buying the time they would have
Oh,
wanted
eyes on
off
Jesse.
of that deep lurk from the Omen. So
Prowler
Laz,
goes in,
he's gonna
clears
have to hold
close.
the
Has
long
a fade
angles.
eye.
Now he's been pushed off of that box. There's the showstopper. It spots them both,
Whoa.
but neither of
Lovely
them
TP.
die. Goes right above their head, all the way through the wall, and Laz is ready for the trade.
No,
Urine
man, I
covers
thought
his
he was
back.
gonna
It's still a
trade it. I
2v1.
thought we had it.
And Borkum, there just might not be
Not
enough
another
time.
1v2.
He's going to try to swarm the spike. He puts the smoke up.
Ah,
but
Uran
is
did
he
great.
aware of the
Whoa.
wraparound Uran? He actually
Oh no,
falls
they called it
off
too
of
early.
and backs away.
Oh,
giving
not
him
another
space to
1v2.
work with.
Dude, this is mental, by the way, chat.
Incredible
Their
clutch
rounds,
from
no
Borkum, but
joke,
perhaps the ZETA
are
Division
4
getting
1v2s
a little
and pistol
press
and
from the
eco.
timer.
I'm speechless.
That's how they got all of their rounds at the moment.
That round I felt like was going to go both teams' ways multiple different times.
Right?
I mean, because it's just
I think that's
this
right.
great start from Envy to put a ton of pressure in. This TP doesn't work, and I'm like, all right, favorite Team Secret, but then they get 2 miraculous kills. You know, what a read there with the positioning of the rendezvous for Laz, kind of catching Team Secret in a spot that confused them initially, and then the backup from Uran, and I'm like, okay, they've got this. And then they fumbled that end,
Jesse,
and Borkum
man.
again coming up big,
Come on.
but in my mind, that's frankly ZETA kind of messing up, not really
Good
understanding
Omen
the
flash
positioning
stops
of
the
where
hit
he
over
could be,
towards
Jeremy
door,
just
and
goes
I'm pretty sure there's a
Tracers
smoke there,
a little
but
too bright there for ZETA Division as Uran will get taken out. That's the toxic screen eliminated, and any of that default pressure that you can put on to rotate around the map is gone. So ZETA now they feel like
whoa,
they
these
have
guys
to
are
push in.
forcing
Depth is good
into
for the
stuff,
side, but they've already
force into
lost the open
C,
as well.
force through the
No
door.
smokes left
Jesse
on
on
the side of
sight.
ZETA. It's all up to Depth to try to open up the site. It's going to be a close range. Pain Shell's trying to
No,
find that time,
man.
and Depth knows
Not
exactly
like
the
this,
timer
bro.
on that operator. Got to prepare the next shot. It's a
He
triple kill
might
for
have
the
one.
Neon.
He might only have
Now
one
he's
more
taking
chance
space
to get one.
over by stairs as well. Tree and stairs covered by ZETA Division. The retake's going to be a tough one. As Envy quietly creeping in. Depp, does he have a timer on this? He does.
Damn, what a
Perfect
round,
as
by the
well,
way.
as he
Force
hears the
through the
toxic screen.
Omen smoke to get the
Back up.
kill.
It's going to be
To
last
start
to finish
this all
off
off.
the round.
Man,
Map
Depp
point
is an
secured
absolute
for ZETA
beast
Division.
on this
Okay.
agent.
I mean, ZETA is, you know,
6
Depth
chances
pretty good
to
at the
finish
game.
this for
That's
Zeta.
what I gotta say
Potentially
about that
1
round. That was
chance
all
for
Depth for
Jesse.
sure.
That was
Let's
all
see.
Depth. This is all Depth all the time. I mean, that initial
He's
kill
only
he
got a
gets is
sheriff.
beautiful, and then as soon as he heard that operator shot, he's like, yep, I'm going to push this corner. I know how that gun works. I use it all the time.
Hey, nice.
Oh man, not like this. Come on.
What are you going to do against that?
It's
He's
like the
just so
Boaster
fast,
game
so
where
furious,
Boaster got a
so
kill right at
active
the
with
end,
Vandal.
surely.
Yes.
With that's another thing.
Dinger?
The
about
handle
this.
on the Neon.
Yes. Most people are going to be like, I'm going to use the Phantom. A little bit more stabilization while you're sliding. Depth is so good he can use the Vandal. An attempted
They
C-Snake combo.
push
there,
round, they
and,
force them out.
is just gonna
Jesse Vash
give
picks
some
up
extra
his
space
ult.
here for TS,
And we're
they're
gonna
not
have to see an
backing
A
off of this. They do have the
retake, and they're
trademark
gonna
in the
have
back,
no
but
map
still might
control.
catch players, but the presence
Wait,
reveals.
I say, is this
Yeah,
guy
no,
goes
ZETA, they're
mount?
going to choose just go into the site. They feel that they can trust the Odin to hold this flank. Chamber coming
Fatal
back
goes
out as
in.
well. The Nightfall will push them away from Baby Doors. So Uran going to be
Nice
caught there
util.
in the corner, but Laz and Depth get a
Oh,
kill each,
no.
and now Uran, he's just happy to hold
Oh,
that spray, trying to keep them at bay. They just cannot pinpoint
not
this
like
Odin.
this.
It's creating so much
Oh, no,
space
he
and
didn't get a
chaos,
kill,
and
bro.
that will
He's
be
on the
flawless
list.
for Zeta Division
Oh, nicely
as
done from
they
Zeta. I
bring
mean,
home
really
map
dominant.
2. 13
Like, really,
to
really
6,
dominant. You
taking
got to
us
think
the decider on
1v2s 4
Sunset.
times and a
Okay,
pistol.
both
That's
teams getting their
crazy.
map picks.
It's
Now
such
we
a
really
dominant
get
map.
to see how much prep